What's going on YouTube? So today's video we're going to be taking a look at a new piece of camera gear. I've been acquiring a couple of pieces of new gear for video production jobs that I'm going to be doing in the weeks to come. Today's video we're going to be taking a look at the wireless follow focus kit from SmallRig. You're asking yourself, well, if you have autofocus lenses like the lens I'm using now, then why would you need a follow focus? Well, if you haven't seen the video, I don't know if it's out yet, but this is the 7 Artisans 50mm T2. This is a cinema lens. So this is a fully manual lens. Its aperture and focus ring is geared. So this is where this follow focus is going to come into play. I'm using that lens on upcoming video production jobs, and I just wanted the ease of use to have a wireless follow focus, so whether it's me myself pulling focus or I have somebody else pulling focus on these production jobs, it just makes my workflow that much easier. So without further ado, let's go top down, let's unbox this thing. I'm going to set it up and I'm going to show you how it works, and then at the end of this I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the product and whether or not I would recommend this for the price point. So without further ado, let's get into it. So everything comes nice in this black case. The top of this case is pretty marred up, but again, it's hard plastic, so that's nothing to worry about. It's got a pretty substantial latch on the back with 2 hinge supports on the back. So that just pops open, and there's your presentation. So in the box you get up here, if you're using a lens with rubber focus rings, you have your gear support that you can attach to your lens up here. We're not going to be using that in this video, so we're going to leave that there. You get your 2 Allen screws for mounting your 15mm rod clamp. So here is your 15mm rod clamp. The 2 screws are going to seat in this little channel here. You get a USB-C to USB-C cable. We're not going to use that either, so we're going to leave that there. You get your 15mm rod with SmallRig branding on it. Very nice. The ends of these are threaded, so you could possibly attach this to other accessories. You get your Allen wrench for the 2 screws, which are right here. You get your gear and motor system here. So it's 2 gears. Here's the back of the motor. This spins freely, and that's what spins the gears. Now, after watching a couple of videos, people are saying that this is a very high torque motor, so you need to make sure this is snugly against the lens you're putting it on. Otherwise, you could experience some vibration issues. So up here on the top of the motor system, you got some information. You have a green light, a blue light, your power on off, your calibration. So this is just going over the buttons on the controller, and then your indicator lights. So that's cool that they put that on the motor. Last in the case is your wireless follow focus controller. Very nice stiff throw on this. You get a 1/4-20 mount on the back, so if you want to mount this to Magic Arm, you can. It doesn't come with a mount to attach this to anything, so if you're going to mount this to something, you're going to have to buy that separately. Here is your little LED display system for manual focus, your A and B focus points, so you can calibrate this to determine where each end of the throw on your focus ring is, or if you're using this to zoom, you can do it that way as well. You have your power button here, your wireless button here, your calibration button, and then your AB button, as well as a USB-C charging port. And you get, I believe, yeah, you get a USB-C charge port on this as well. So both of these are rechargeable. So that is the controller. Let me see what happens when I just power this on. Oops, that's calibrate button. So with it on, it's kind of hard to see. It is illuminated. Right now it's in manual mode. So there's no physical buttons on this other than your Wi-Fi button and your calibration button. But we're going to charge this up, get it set up, and then we're going to mount this on the camera. Alright, real quick, so a couple things to note when assembling and putting this thing together. If you're using a wireless follow focus system, you're going to need a power source, whether that's an external battery or something as simple as a little power bank using a USB-C or USB-A adapter. Right now I'm going to test this with just a little Anker power bank. So I'm going to plug the motor of the follow focus into this, and I will be able to control it with the dial here. The next thing you're going to need is, if you're attempting to mount this, you're going to need a 15mm rod base plate system of sorts. If you're not using that, you need a camera cage to be able to attach this little piece to. I have a cage on my camera, and I'm going to just attach this directly to the cage, and then other future builds and things like that, I have a rig that I'm going to set up that I can attach it that way if I don't want to use this little rod system. Real quick, I'm going to set this up on the cage, put on the cinema lens, and then give you guys a demo of what this can do. Alright guys, so now we are shooting on the 7 Artisans 50mm cine lens. I have the SmallRig wireless follow focus set up. I have the controller here. I'm viewing the footage you're seeing now on a monitor just off the screen here. You can see that there. This is what's going to help me pull focus if I'm shooting something like this, just a talking head on myself. So I can take the wheel and I can change the focus. Or I can bring myself back in focus. So it's kind of hard to see on this little monitor where the focus point is on my face. I'm going to assume it's right there, somewhere about there. So again, wireless follow focus system, it's pretty solid for what you're getting. Plugging it into stuff is pretty straightforward. It's not a lot of hassle. All you have to do is make sure you're plugged into a power source, and then power both the motor and the controller on, and then calibrate your device so it knows the throw of the lens from point A to point B. Or if you're wanting to set specific focus points to have it focus automatically, you can control that from here using the A to B button. So you can press and hold the A button to calibrate it, turn your lens to mark your A point, click it, turn your lens to mark your B point, click it again, and you can press either the A or the B and it'll pull focus to either destination point on the controller. So if you have the subject marked, then you can set your mark A and then bring it back to B, so you have a nice transition of distance from point B to point A. This is the SmallRig follow focus wireless system. This is the LITE version. They make a more advanced version, which is more expensive, but I have not been able to find that anywhere available online. It's the SmallRig Magic Fizz, I believe. So again, this is the SmallRig wireless follow focus system LITE. You get the controller, the motor, everything we covered in the box. Overall, I'm pretty impressed. You know, I'm sitting here wirelessly controlling the focus of this camera, and for the most part, it's pretty reliable. I mean, as you can see, the camera is probably like 10-15 feet from me, and I'm able to sit here and wirelessly control it and monitor the footage on the screen. So you can just simply rack focus controlling the camera on the dial. And for the most part, the stopping and the starting point, it does take a little bit to slow down and catch up, but if you're not moving the knob super quick like that, the focus, the stops are pretty accurate when you're just slowly moving it in very precise movements. Already, one thing I want to point out, if you're plugging this into a power bank, if your power bank is like the little power bank I showed previously, if you're using something like that, if it has a sleep function for whatever reason, if it goes to sleep, it turns off the motor, which means you lose all functionality of being able to control your follow focus. Keep in mind of that. Mine is literally about to die, so that's probably why it keeps shutting itself off. But overall, first impressions, connectivity, setup, everything's been pretty straightforward. It's been easy. I didn't even read the instructions. I just kind of turned it on. From watching other videos, I just turned it on, fiddled with some buttons, and it's working. So down in the description, I'm going to put links to where you can find the SmallRig follow focus system LITE, and a couple of the other accessories that I mentioned in the beginning of this video that you're going to need to run this kind of configuration. So overall, I'm pretty impressed. I think this is going to make a useful tool for, you know, if I'm shooting talking heads, you know, by myself, I'm just sitting here, I can just manually control the focus of the video without having to get up, check focus. If I want to use a manual lens like this, it makes the job that much easier for getting a cinematic shot. Links will be down in the description for the SmallRig follow focus system, as well as some other accessories. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, I highly encourage you to go down below, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for post notifications. You'll be notified anytime I upload content like this. If you found any value in this, go ahead and hit that like button, share it. All those little social interactions help me grow as a content creator on this platform and help my videos be seen across YouTube. With that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. It just works. Plug it up and go. So really, like, you just got to find that focus point. I have focused assist on the monitor, and as soon as anything highlights on my shirt red, that's pretty much when I know I'm in focus. I can't see it on my face. So right there is really where I'm assuming the focus is. So SmallRig follow focus LITE. Go get you one.